Welcome back. So in the last episode, we took a heartfelt trip down memory lane, revisiting the early days of my journey. Growing up in the South Jackson neighborhood of Mayfair, we explored the vibrant community that shaped my childhood. This close-knit community fostered a sense of belonging and resilience that has stayed with me throughout my life. We walked through the halls of the schools I attended, reminiscing about the dedicated teachers and the friends who made each day memorable. From participating in school plays to joining after-school programs, these experiences ignited my passion for performance and community service. From unforgettable moments with friends to the hilarious adventures we had as kids. This episode celebrated the roots that have grounded me.
To cultivate successful students through scholarship, service, and support. That is William D. Murray High School. Look at SOP, the band. Musicians, so it was no choice. Me and my brothers all had to learn an instrument. And they couldn't afford a saxophone, so I ended up with a flute. Plug. The symphonic band right there. Man, William D. Murray High School. Making musicians. It's crazy to think people I was in the band with and people that I went to APAC with are literally like around the world playing music. Like I have a few friends who are conductors for orchestras in Europe right now. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. Like Murray breeds excellence. They definitely do.
Yes, they do. Two of us in here now.
You know how many I'm at the sign of perfection. Man, it was a time. I'm glad Uzi got this band. If anybody was gonna take this band, it was gonna be me. To keep the excellence, it was definitely gonna be easy. And not Miss Lamb's class is over there.
Yep, downstairs.
Yep, downstairs. Miss Betty Lamb's class is down there. And I can't remember my other English teacher. She was the black lady, but I know her last name started with a T. And I remember I got in trouble because I had brought this book. It was one of them black love books.
So basically a softcore version of Zane.
Exactly, and it had the little gun on the back. And she's like, this isn't appropriate for school. So she put a little paper over the made a cover and gave it to my mama. But I was like, my mama bought me the book.
This episode shifts focus to how pageantry at a young age opened doors to meaningful partnerships through sisterhood and service, spanning across the globe for me. My journey in pageantry began in the vibrant pageant scene of Mississippi and Tennessee. Participating in local pageants introduced me to a network of incredible women who shared a common goal: to make a difference in our communities. As I progressed, this journey continued through my time on HBCU college campuses, where the legacy of sisterhood and service was deeply ingrained in the culture. These experiences taught me the value of collaboration and the power of a united community working towards common goals. Pageantry offered more than just crowns and sashes and glitz and glamour. It provided opportunities to engage in service projects, advocate for important causes, and form lifelong friendships with like-minded women. It was through these experiences that I discovered the true meaning of sisterhood and service, a legacy that continues to inspire me to this day. So our weekend started at the Perfect Shot Photography Studio, which is actually the studio of one of my dear friends from Murrah, Sydney Hopkins. Her husband is the proprietor of this establishment. And we got our makeup done by Orlando Bliss and his team of skin deep professionals. They made a girl feel gorgeous. Do you hear me? It was a time. It was definitely a time.
That life experience and that grown woman on you, it's just different. You like, I done been through it, baby. Big time. Yeah, season, baby. Add a little flavor. Go, Drill. Just fine, baby. Just fine, honey.
Hold on, he's gonna be having to tell me. I can't do your makeup today. I have other things to do.
So as you see, I'm waiting to get my makeup done, just on my phone, working like I always am. So it was good to be pampered because I don't get to do this often. And I'm not really a makeup girl, believe it or not. So this was all fun. It was fun being able to see the transformation take place and just be able to talk with everyone, because it was just really like I could kick back, kick my shoes off, and it really felt like I was at home. So I'm not used to the eyeliner though, but he had me shocked when I looked in that mirror, baby. I was like, okay, look at me. I'm fine. I see. Orlando had me straight, honey, ready for this headshot party. And we had a time. It was just a ball being able to just be around such supportive women and a sisterhood of queens, because queens step different. People talk about being a queen all the time, but they don't realize that being a queen is really a service position where you focus on the needs of others and you really lead with kindness and compassion in all that you do. So I just really appreciate Orlando for taking the time out to make me feel beautiful on the outside, because as women, that was one of the gifts that God gave us, to be beautiful, not only inside but outside as well, to let that inner beauty show outwardly. So let's get ready for this headshot party, because I can't wait for y'all to see it. We had a great time, like fans and all. Fans out, let's do it.
Set it on, judging my body.
Here we go.
Give it to me. Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes. It's saying black and educated.
When I tell y'all the support is just so real when it comes to queens, and this experience was no different. It was just wonderful to just sit back and kick with women who are confident in the gifts that God gave them to go out in this world and make and advocate change for others. It was just beautiful just seeing so many wonderful women come together and just embrace all the facets of who God created them to be. And just being able to be a part of this has been an ultimate blessing. 13 years out the game is a long time, but to come back and not even for it to be a comeback, but to come back better. It's been just a beautiful experience to pull the best out of the women around you and know that it's always from a place of love and will. It's just determination to be greater than you are. that calling, that's a hard and difficult calling. But for the women who choose to do that, to step outside of their little lane and to create big waves, it's a gift. It's truly a gift. And to be able to share this with these amazing women in the state of Mississippi and the state of Tennessee is just remarkable. It makes me understand that everything that I've gone through, every place that I've lived, from Mississippi to Tennessee to South Carolina to North Carolina to Japan, it was all necessary. So 13 years later, I could come back and have a plethora of women and sisters that can support me on my Heal Sis journey, and I do the same with theirs. It's been beautiful sharing our stories and witnessing just how it all was a perfect tapestry woven together. So this part is specifically for my brother Nico Hopkins of the Perfect Shot in Jackson, Mississippi. When I tell you the skill, the talent, and the understanding of color theory, especially with people of different hues and textures, this brother has a real gift of seeing the aesthetics and beauty in Black people and people in general, because he does all different types of photography for all different types of people across the state of Mississippi, and has worked with the Miss Black Mississippi and Tennessee organization for close to a decade, I think Christy told me. And when I tell you, I was so hurt but happy that I could still get to work with him. But my headshots were due June 1st. And I was like, man, I won't be in Jackson in time, because I know Nico gonna get me right. Okay?
I can take it. Y'all did y'all thing on that purple though. I felt it. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just have everybody go ahead and get it.
That purple shifted the energy, okay?
Lashes make a difference though. They do. Lashes and eyebrows. They do. They make a big difference.
Good.
That's pretty with that brown. Ooh, that brown is making your skin.
Smile, please. Pump your shoulder.
That purple was good.
Tell me what you really like. When you talk to her like you want somebody to talk to your mama. Don't get smart with her, have a heart to heart with her, just like you would with your daughter. 'Cause everything you do or say, you got to live with it every day. She's somebody's baby, she's somebody's sister, she's somebody's mama.
After nearly 2 decades, I felt like I could kick off my shoes, relax, and be embraced by my kindred sisters. It's crucial now more than ever to have these supportive spaces as women in service and sisters in support. Each of our platforms is dedicated to healing a piece of this earth we've been given. Heal Sis brought me here, acting as a banner and universal uniter of causes made by women for the good of all. In these spaces, I found the courage to be vulnerable, to share my story, and to listen to the stories of my sisters. Together, we created a network of support that transcends borders and backgrounds. This sense of belonging and mutual support is essential for women who are often at the forefront of service and advocacy. It allows us to recharge, reflect, and continue our work with renewed energy and passion.
One in 4 women suffer from miscarriage, and I just so happen to be one of them. And it's very important for women of color to have a safe space, as I did not have that when I was going through. So what I've done is created the safe spaces. I hosted an inaugural Mother's Day bereavement brunch this past May, and every year we do a walk in remembrance of our children. So as the next Miss Black USA, I want to take my platform across the United States to create safe spaces like I have in Mississippi to the rest of the United States and the world.
There we go, that personal connection again. She could really talk about that because it's something she's experienced. She could connect with other moms who've gone through the same thing. That's very powerful. Thank you, Alexis. Step and turn. Yes. There we go. Okay. Can I get everyone except for this line up against the chair?
So we ended up getting some lessons from Crown Bound Pageant Consulting, and it was phenomenal. So we got to work on our walk, our platforms, our posture, everything to prep for our big day. So let's get into these walks.
That was very good. You guys took the critique and implemented them. It looked really good. And I'm gonna call her Miss Petite USA because we manifest over here. Okay, she's okay.
So we ended the pageant prep workshop with Tiffany giving us a makeup application tutorial to help us prepare for the autograph party that evening. We had to rush to get out of there because, y'all, I couldn't get them lashes on to save my life, so it took forever. So we were rushing, trying to get out of there. But the autograph party was phenomenal. I didn't know who was invited to the autograph party. I knew it would be young girls from different organizations, but I was pleasantly surprised to know that the Sun Rays organization, which is an organization founded and ran by my cousin Raven Grant, was there. And it was just such a big and wonderful turnout, seeing the girls and their excitement and just speaking empowering and powerful, wonderful things into their lives was just an amazing opportunity and a reminder of the commitment that we all made to sisterhood and service and support and being that pillar for the next generation to do the same. So it was wonderful being able to sit amongst these beautiful queens and allowing me to just sit amongst them and inviting me to do this. It was wonderful, and I just can't get enough of it. I'm just so blessed and excited that I was able to be a part of such a big, impactful thing for women and girls across the state of Mississippi. So you see, I'm pictured here with Miss Black Memphis, and fun fact, my cousin, I think she's my second or third cousin, but she's my dad's first cousin, however that goes. But Miss Black Memphis, she won Miss Black Memphis in the 80s, so it was so awesome to be able to kick it with Miss Black Memphis and have that history there. So it's just hearing where all the ladies were from, because I went to school in Nashville, so having Miss Black Nashville and Miss Black Music City there, and even some of my TSU alumni there, it was just a connection of just the past, just 17 years of my life in a nutshell. It was fantastic.
Because
I would be remiss if I did not spend time speaking about Miss Christy Arrington and give her a special thank you for allowing me to attend this event. She is a phenomenal woman who has built this for women like me, women like the many women I got to experience and create these safe spaces of sisterhood. So thank you so much. And until next time, I'll see y'all on episode 4.